These are not fake. वो किधर था आपने? और ये जितनी भी इन्होंने रिकवर की है ना,
because they didn't have any trade with another international countries. They just only forced our people to plant the rice in the collective farms only. And because bolut's really expensive, that's why they decided to use all the still kept shouting while they were being beaten. That's what my mother heard and experienced from the region.
अभी हम आ चुके हैं चियोंग क्वाशून सेंटर में, और इधर जो है ना हम आकर लेते हैं अपनी टिकट, और वो है $3 की। ये है टिकट सेंटर, और $3 की टिकट है। इधर उन्होंने लिखा हुआ है $6, लेकिन ये $3 की टिकट है। देखते हैं अब। हेलो, हाउ आर यू सर? वन टिकट $3। ले जी, टूर गाइड तो हमारे पास ऑलरेडी है, तो इसलिए हम $3 देते हैं। ये हमें टिकट मिल गई है, और अगर हम गाइड के साथ लें तो $6 है, विदाउट गाइड $3 है। हमारा जो टूर गाइड है वो अभी गया है वाशरूम, वो आता है तो वो हमें सारी इसकी हिस्ट्री हर चीज़ बताता है। तो सुबह सुबह के टाइम ही ज़्यादा है जो है ना ट्रैवलर भी घूमना फिरना पसंद करते हैं। तो वैसे अभी एक इधर एक ऑप्शन भी है, ये हम इधर अपनी वॉच से भी जो है ना कैमरा ओपन करके देख सकते हैं किस तरह का व्यू आ रहा है। ये देखिए, मैं आपको इधर से भी दिखा देता हूँ। इधर से भी हमारा व्यू हम देख सकते हैं। सम टाइम अगर हमें ना पता चले तो हम देखते हैं कि हम किस तरह से आ रहे हैं, तो हम ओके आ रहे हैं, अच्छे आ रहे हैं, वधिया आ रहे हैं। बाकी टूर गाइड आता है तो दैन हम अपनी जर्नी को जो है आगे वो कंटिन्यू करते हैं। अभी हम दोबारा से बाहर आए हैं ताकि इधर से सारा इंट्रोडक्शन इसका स्टार्ट कर सकें।
Alright, thank you. Now welcome to Cheung Ek, the genocidal center. We know this is not an easy place to visit, unlike our beautiful royal palace or the other beautiful sites. But today I would like to thank you very much for spending your valuable time to come here in order to see and learn about what was happening during the Khmer Rouge regime, which started from 1975 to 1979. Here it was the last center where we had our victims were transported and executed inside this place. To understand what was happening inside this former killing field from the Khmer Rouge regime, first I would like to invite you to come inside. You got the tickets?
Yes, already.
All right, thank you. From these killing fields, of course, first this memory stupa, it will be the last stop for our tour from this site.
Okay.
But first I would like to invite you to start our tour from the first stop sign right there. After the country liberated, of course this place was discovered, and whatever we found, they were all got damaged by our local people.
Okay.
For example, there was a truck was parking under the street, but it was completely damaged by our local people.
Okay.
According to Mr. Him Hoi, one of the former killers from these killing fields, he also confessed that our victims, they were arrested, imprisoned, and after the Khmer Rouge security got the victims' confession, of course they were transported from different parts of our country, but most of them were from former security center S21, and they were brought here, of course, by military truck.
Okay.
Here, following the sign that we can see, of course, it's showing us how people were transported to this site.
Okay.
During the Khmer Rouge regime, we had just only 15 killers awaiting executing people from this killing field, according to the confession from Mr. Him Hoi, former killers from this killing field. And of course, during the Khmer Rouge regime, the army, they didn't murder people by shooting. Bullets were really expensive for them.
The local army? Local Cambodian army?
Khmer Rouge army.
Oh, Khmer
Actually,
Rouge. Okay,
yes,
okay.
Khmer Rouge army. They didn't murder people by shooting bullets. Really expensive for them.
Okay.
They were just only using our daily objects. Have you known hoe? You know hoe?
No.
Gardening tools. You know axe? Axe.
Yes, yes. I know.
Knife?
Knife, yes.
During that period of time, Khmer Rouge army, they didn't murder people
With-
by shooting. They were using all those tools
Oh.
for killing,
Okay.
murdering our people during that period of time.
The
There
Cambodian
were
people.
15. There were 15 executioners here. From the first year, not many victims were transported to this place. Just only 50 or 70 of them transported here for 2 or 3 times a week. But started from 1977 after Pol Pot stopped trusting his people, they started purging against each other. So they started accusing each other, and we had more people were easily find false accused and arrested. Finally, 300 of them were transported to this place every day.
Okay.
How could 15 executioner murdering people, 300 of them within one night? It's impossible for them. Everything we discovered from this field all got damaged because people felt really angry about what happened to their family members. One of the signs right there, actually, the Khmer Rouge leader, since before they came in power, they didn't really believe in their own officials. And during their time, they also wanted their official to execute their plan, awaiting taking victims' names. They wanted to make sure nobody escaped from the truck. For example, 50 people were sent from former S21 to this place. The security are waiting here, taking the victims' names to make sure nobody escaped from the truck.
Okay.
Because they even believe in their own official during that period of time. They wanted to make sure everything completely completed.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the working office where executioner working here.
Okay.
It's hard to believe in what they did, but it exactly happened here. Security also forced our victims to sign their names, and the signatures, they were called death warrants. It means victims agree to be executed. And again, could you please now have a look? The reason why Khmer Rouge leaders decided to choose these fields as the killing fields because two main reasons. First, here was 15 kilometers away out of the city. Secondly, because here it was cemetery used by local Chinese people. As you can see, the construction here, it was constructed and used by local Chinese people.
So this is the warehouse where they keep the physical substance when they...
There was a cottage constructed under the tree right there, but now we can see just only foundation with the glass box there. It was the place where they kept chemical substances. It's called DDT powder. You can have video of that building from this. There was a storage room constructed here where they kept all these tools and of course all of them they were used for our daily activities. But during the Khmer Rouge regime, because they didn't have much money, because they didn't have any trade with another international countries, they just only forced our people to plant the rice in the collective farms only. And because bullets really expensive, that's why they decided to use all these tools for murdering our people during that time.
Oh, these tools.
These tools. And it's hard to believe in that, but that's what they did that time. It's the branch from the palm tree. This is just only an example, but during that period of time, they used the bigger and stronger one.
Okay.
They used this murdering our people. Slash. After the country liberated, it's discovered. And finally, we found 129 crow pits across this field. In total, it's about 2 hectare size. After the country liberated, we discovered this killing field and we found 129 crow pits. This is the biggest one.
Okay.
After excavation, we found 450 victims just only inside this crow pit.
Right now. They
Already excavated.
Okay.
According to Mr. Him Hoi, former killers from this field, he explained us it was about 6 meters deep to the ground.
Oh,
That's how they could keep more victims inside one of the crow pits.
it's too horrible.
In the year 1980, we had crow pits. In total, 86 of them were excavated.
Like this.
Yes, as you can see, the whole field here, all the crow pit already excavated.
Okay.
We were using excavator and hoe digging.
To turn out the bodies.
Yes, to digging them up.
Okay.
Victims from the regime. Started from the year 2016, we had this wooden walking path constructed.
Okay.
Because we still find the victim fragments rising up from the ground.
Okay.
As you can see here, we still see some of our victims' clothes rising up.
These are original?
That's the real victims' clothes from the
So
regime.
nobody can touch them?
No, we just only decided to keep them here to
Okay.
show what was happening from this side. As you can see over there, that's the former Chinese grave. They chose this place because here was already cemetery for Chinese.
बड़ी
Local
शानदार
Chinese.
history है.
Yeah.
Oh. ये दोस्तों आपने भी देखा वो पीछे समझ लें कि वो अभी भी उनके कपड़े बाहर निकले हुए हैं, उनकी बोन्स हैं, सारा कुछ वैसा ही है एज अ फॉसल्स की फार्म में. और ये भी उसी तरह का एक छोटा है उससे, लेकिन इसमें 166 विक्टिम्स हैं.
Here is the second largest.
बट
grave
स्मॉलर
pits.
देन दैट
Yes,
वन.
second largest grave pit from this killing field. After excavation, we found 166 of them, and the body were decapitated.
ओके.
According to Mr. Him Hoi, former killers from these killing fields, he confessed that all of them, they were Khmer Rouge comrades.
Oh.
They were arrested from Eastern Zone. They were being accused of getting involved to different parties.
Okay.
That's why they were arrested and murdered in different ways, following their own communist slogan. One of their slogan, it was saying that to kill one and threaten another 100.
यस, एक को मारो 100 डर जाएंगे.
In the raining season, we still find the victims' fragments and also pieces of the clothes, wretches, also brought and kept inside this glass box, but now they are brought and kept in one of our security center because we're going to do another studies about what was happening from this site.
Okay.
When you see the field which is protected with this kind of the brick with cement construction, it shows us this is unexcavated grave pits.
Okay.
Not excavated yet. But the other holes that
The
we
bodies
can
are
see,
still under this.
yes,
Okay.
the victims' bones are still under the ground with this kind of construction.
जिसके अंदर अभी भी जो है ना bodies दफन है.
This is the third largest grave pit from this killing field. We found 100 victims. They were all women and children
Oh, only women and children.
from this grave pit. According to Mr. Kang Kek Il Kolduch, a man who was responsible for former security center S21, he confessed it from our Khmer Rouge Tribunal Court that from the first years he also had the ideas to save innocent people's life, especially kids. He made his proposal like request
Okay.
to his leaders, but his proposal rejected, and he was explained that be careful, young generation keep revenge against their revolution.
Okay.
That's why they had one of their slogan. It was saying that to pull up the grass, one must even the roots removed. To pull up the grass,
Okay.
one must the roots removed.
Oh.
It means that they had to murder whole family members.
Okay.
They were afraid of young generation would keep revenge against their
Complete
revolution.
family.
That's why they did that
सारी
way for
family
the
को ही
whole family members.
ये मोल दिया उसने तो. क्या बात है भाई. ये भी सिस्टम है. बड़े जुल्म हुए हैं
You
इसका
can
मतलब है.
also come and look at that sign. You will understand how they did that time. So in total, during the Khmer Rouge regime, according to our historian expert, we had about 20,000 people were brought and executed inside these killing fields.
Okay.
And this killing field in total size, it is about 2 hectares.
2 hectares.
During the Khmer Rouge regime, of course, it started from 1975 to 1979, but we had 3 million of Cambodian population. Among the whole population, 8 million
Okay.
died because of execution, forced labor, starvation, disease, and disappeared. After the killing field was discovered and we had grave pit were excavated, following years we still find the fragment rising up from the ground, and they were all collected and kept inside these 2
Why is the
glass
color
boxes.
of this glass yellow?
Because it's long time kept here.
That's why the yellowness covered the glass.
Yes, yeah.
ये सारी जितने भी हैं चीज़ें ये ह्यूमंस की हैं जो कि निकली हुई हैं नीचे से. सारी हड्डियाँ और जितना भी सारा कुछ है मवाद.
During the Khmer Rouge regime, my mother were from eastern zone,
Okay.
southeast part of our country. My mother said it was just only about 1 kilometer from her house to the killing fields in her village there.
Okay.
Started from 8 9 or 10 o'clock, she heard our victims were screaming while the victim being beaten. You know, victim not just only one strike completely died. So they were still kept shouting while they were being beaten. That's what my mother heard and experienced from the region. But from these killing fields, nobody knew what was happening here, because during the daytime they heard revolutionary songs, and nighttime they heard traditional music played.
Okay.
Because this tree, it was the place where they hang speakers. They used loudspeakers to minimize victims.
Victim
screaming.
sound.
Yeah, victim sound.
ਕੋਈ ਰੌਲਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸੀ साउंड.
This is cruel.
यार कितनी ज़्यादती हैं, हड्डियाँ शड्डियाँ ऐसे ही पड़ी हुई हैं. इधर भी आप देखें वो बोन्स हैं, ये जैसे ऐसे जैसे अभी भी वो देखें ज़मीन के अंदर ही हैं, जैसे उसको दफन किया हुआ है उसी तरह से.
From this glass box, we can still see the victims' bones here, because we wish to show people all around the world that it was happening during the Khmer Rouge regime. So when this place was discovered, it was full of the victims' bones like this. And they were all kinds of our teachers, doctors, Buddhist monks. People were speaking foreign languages. I would say all high educated and skilled people were executed during the Khmer Rouge regime. If we didn't have that regime happen, our country would be compared to most of modern countries all around the world.
Okay.
I have already informed you that we had our people in total in the whole country 8 million, and we had history happen to every person.
Okay.
Everybody had their own history happen to their family members. What happened to my mom during the Khmer Rouge regime? She also lost two her older brothers.
Okay.
One of my uncle was disappeared, no news about him. But one of my uncle, according to one of my villagers who was appointed as Khmer Rouge security, he saw how my uncle was executed during the Khmer Rouge regime. Started from 1976, after Pol Pot came in power. Not everybody following Pol Pot. They started purging again each other. And then they started making people hungry. After they made people hungry, people became snitch. They started releasing somebody's information to the security. They thought they would receive something special
From the
security. And then my uncle's background was released to the security. And then he was arrested.
Okay.
He was the master of martial arts.
Oh.
After his new release, he was arrested. How he was murdered during the Khmer Rouge regime, it's hard to believe in that. He was put in the big bag.
Oh.
And his body was thrown into the water canal. That's how my uncle was executed during that time.
So sad here.
My mother, after she got that news, it's affected her. My mother still take medicine until this modern day, because she still hear in her ears that our family members will be arrested if we say any bad words related to the politics, like political words.
Yes.
That's what affected my mom from the Khmer Rouge regime. All right, thank you. Now we have done our tour from this side, And now I just would like to invite you to continue to the next stop there. Second, thank you. Before I let you walk close to that memory stupa, I just would like to make a short briefing history of this monument for you first. Actually, this memory stupa, it was constructed after the country liberated. It was in the year 1988. Before we had all the victims' bones were brought and kept inside, we also had our forensic experts to examine how all those people were murdered, their ages and also genders. By finishing the testing in the year 2011, we found not only Cambodians, we found an Australian, 2 French, and 6 Americans who were brought and murdered inside these killing fields. So to walk close to the monument, please have your shoes off there.
Okay.
If you would like to pay respect to the victims, you can also
Shoe off there.
buy the flower and place them there. We are not forcing you if you like to pay respect. You can have your shoes off in the cabinet there.
There.
Yes.
Would you like some flower?
अच्छा जी, ये जो है ना, ये सारी खोपड़ियाँ रखी हुई हैं उन्होंने, जितना भी do not open the door, ये देख रहे हैं, जितने भी इन्होंने बॉडीज़ रिकवर की हैं ना, ये सारी ओरिजिनल
Hello
है,
lady, would you like some flower please?
these are not fake.
देख रहे हैं
वो किधर तक हैं, और ये जितनी भी इन्होंने रिकवर की हैं ना,
वाह।
सब की सब हैं इधर चारों तरफ से। आप देखें, बोन्स भी हैं, बॉडीज़ भी हैं, जितने भी लोग इधर मरे हैं सब के सब की जो है ना, ये देखें, और ये आई थिंक सो हज़ारों में है। सो सैड। वही ना, मैं ये सोच रहा हूँ कि अगर इधर ये इतना जुल्म हुआ है, ये चारों तरफ से मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ, तो यू गाइस जस्ट, अगर तो आपको पीछे से वो माइक लगा हुआ है टूर गाइड का, उसकी आवाज़ आ रही है तो उसके लिए माजरत, क्योंकि वो माइक अब वैसे ही लगा हुआ है, आई थिंक सो वो चुप ही है। तो बाकी यार, ये हिटलर क्या होगा, मतलब उसने क्या तबाही मचाई होगी। ये देखो, वो ऊपर तक है, ऊपर तक उन्होंने ऐसे सजाए हुए हैं सारे, रूह कांप जाती है, लर्ज जाती है। ये देखना अंदर से। अभी ना इधर एक वो है, साथ म्यूज़ियम है, लेकिन मैं उसको सोच रहा हूँ स्किप ही करूँ, क्योंकि उसके अंदर सिर्फ डॉक्यूमेंट्स ही उन्होंने रखे हुए हैं और वो पिक्चर वीडियो भी नहीं बना सकते। जाने को मैं चला जाऊँ, लेकिन कोई उस हिसाब से है नहीं। वो सामने है म्यूज़ियम, लेकिन एक नज़र मार लेते हैं। वी विल सी लिटिल बिट, जाते हैं। हाँ, बस आपको बाहर से दिखाते हैं, क्योंकि अंदर जाके ना वो हम पिक्चर वीडियो नहीं बना सकते। तो कुछ उनके होंगे ऑफिशियल डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं, जिस तरह से भी है, तो वो नहीं अलो कर रहे उसका। तो बाकी आप ग्रीनरी चेक करें, ज़बरदस्त, काफ़ी ज़्यादा ग्रीनरी है हर जगह पे। कंबोडिया में एक चीज़ वो मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा अट्रैक्ट की है ना, ये इनकी ग्रीनरी है। हर जगह पे इन्होंने इस चीज़ का बड़ा ध्यान रखा हुआ है। अच्छा जी, ये है बिल्डिंग म्यूज़ियम की, और ये हम बाहर से ही बस देख सकते हैं। अंदर हम ना कैमरा लेके, मतलब लेके जा सकते हैं, लेकिन ओपन नहीं कर सकते। तो ये म्यूज़ियम की बिल्डिंग है। दिस इज़ द म्यूज़ियम गाइस। अच्छा यार, ये अंदर से ऐसे है, तो मैं ना थोड़ा सा जाके वॉक कर ही आता हूँ। अब आया हुआ हूँ, तो आप लोग बेशक ना देखो, लेकिन मैं तो माड़ा मोटा देखा हूँ ना उसके अंदर है क्या। तो आके फिर आपको थोड़ा सा एक्सपीरियंस बता दूँगा क्या था क्या नहीं था। आता हूँ। लें जी, ये सारा हमने कवर अप कर लिया है, और अभी हम चलते हैं वापस अपनी वैन में, और जाके अपनी जो नेक्स्ट हमारी प्लेस है, डेस्टिनेशन है, उधर जाते हैं। अभी 2-3 लोकेशंस और रहती हैं। वैसे हमने एक तो स्किप कर दी है, रॉयल पैलेस, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी मैंने घूमा हुआ था। तो चलते हैं अभी। अंदर मैं गया था म्यूज़ियम में, ठीक था उसका एक्सपीरियंस, और बाकी बाद में एक मूवी भी उन्होंने लगाई थी, वो भी मैंने थोड़ी बहुत देखी, फिर मैं बाहर आ गया था। चलते हैं अभी।